Okay, so I'm going to be doing the second wall. So last time I left off at the front wall in my TP. So this I'm going to leave empty. You can put spam in here. I'm just not doing it right now because I'm in single player. This I left empty. Most people will put a wall right here. This wall already has 130 turrets. It's due to that thing over there, but it was already 50 turrets right here. So I honestly just didn't think it would be another really small wall. It wouldn't help us at all. So there's a bunch of floating ground turrets everywhere, a couple normal ground turrets here and there. This is just so that they can't. It's another little just time barrier thing. It takes a little bit of time to get through. It's hard to destroy these. I have the entire thing foundationed off. The gen spot for all of this would be right behind the pillar so that they can't see it. You'd vault drop that as well. You can see there's a couple floating turrets a little bit everywhere. I have a single layer of supports. If you wanted to, you could make a second layer like going this way if you wanted to. I don't really want to. The turrets on the wall, which I'll talk about soon, they shoot right about just along here. That's kind of where everything starts shooting. So I mean, once you get past all these ground turrets, you're basically in it. There's a little bit of walking space. This wall, the first wall that I made was like a sleeper wall. It doesn't look very good, but it's honestly really strong. This wall is just intimidating. It looks really big. It looks really scary. This wall is honestly weaker than the front wall just because, well, I mean, I can explain some of the cons. But right now we're sitting at 100 turrets exactly. I have turrets on all of the middle parts. One thing I don't like about this is that it's way taller than I thought. Like, it goes up really high. So I ended up just throwing a little net over it. I put 2 turrets on the net. I didn't float them. Doesn't really matter. Those are just in case they go over. There's a single ground turret right there that should have been picked up. Don't really care. I have a couple turrets around the back because since this has cave flyers, and if they're gonna try to raid this, a soak, it would be a pretty easy soak because, I mean, there's only a few turrets on each of the hatch frames, so depending on how you position yourself here with like a stego or a trike, you can make it so that only like a couple turrets shoot you at once. Nothing, you're not gonna take the entire wall at once, so this would be a pretty easy soak. And I mean, with the turrets being super spread out, it would be a pretty hard tech rifle because they're not going to profit much off of tech rifling at all. They're going to get like 2 turrets per hatch frame, so people aren't going to tech rifle this unless they want to waste time. It'll just waste a lot of time just to tech rifle it. So people are most likely going to C-spin it. So I mean, if I wanted to, I could put in our fence support layer, but I'm not going to worry about that. Gen placements, I put 1 gen right here because it has this little corner part. You can vault drop that, of course, and then I put another gen over here because it's kind of just, it's tucked away, and the only way they're gonna be able to see it, like, you can see the glow a little bit from right there, but you can't actually, you can see the gen right there, but there's nothing you can really do about it. It's just a nice little hidden spot. These 2 gens do not reach the entire wall. That back gen by the teleporter does not power these 3 turrets, and this gen doesn't power like this entire column. But that's pretty much, this wall is pretty basic. I didn't add any tames in here. If you wanted to, you could do just another fence support layer here as just a dino blocker. You could throw another Giga right here. I mean, the Giga can walk around. I mean, they're gonna shoot it out, and the only reason the Giga would sit here would be in case they flew through it with a PT, but with how high the ceiling is, they can fly over the Giga anyways. And there's enough ground turrets back here that it doesn't really matter. The only thing that I'd maybe recommend is maybe just leaving like a Mantis or a Theory on standby. I mean, you could even leave like a Mantis or a Theory right here in case they're onlining and they're getting past the first wall, you can run it up if they've already gotten past the first wall. Because, I mean, if they get past the first wall, they're going to blow up the gen and then the TP is not going to work, or they're going to blow up the TP. So, I mean, having that on standby would be kind of nice. Because at that point, you wouldn't need a Thyla or Dionicus there because they've already soaked the wall. The wall's done. So that might be something to leave there in future. Another thing I thought of was maybe just putting like a little mini station right here, kinda. But I mean, with the lack of turret protection, it's kind of giving away free loot, to be honest. So I don't know. That's all I got for this wall.